Hey everyone, happy Friday to you. I'm Carol Hickman with Chickstamper, and I hope you're having a great day today. Thanks so much for joining in. Today's projects are all about the Poinsettia Play Suite. I fell in love with this suite this week as I've been able to make several projects with it, and so I'm anxious to show you everything and share these projects with you. First of all, let me just remind you what's coming. Hey Francis, thanks for joining in. 24 Days of Christmas, it's coming, you guys. Begins December 30th for 24 straight days. I'll be posting a project video once per day, and it will post on this Chickstamper Facebook page, my Create with Carol Facebook page. It will go out in an email, so be sure that you're on my email. Check the description of this video for that link and sign up for my emails. But it also will post on my youtube.com/Chickstamper page. So all my videos are there. Check them out. Be sure you subscribe and be sure you click the little alarm bell so that you get notifications on your phone or tablet when I've uploaded a new video. But those will post every single day, and I hope that you find some inspiration for your Christmas projects, gift giving, all sorts of fun things. And everybody who places an order during December that's more than $50 will receive the full PDF for all 24 of those projects. So fun stuff. So watch for that. This is the graphic. And again, I can't wait to share all of those projects with you guys. Hey Kim, thanks for joining today. My other item, my next video. So next Friday is Thanksgiving weekend, of course, so here in the US. So I won't be here for a Facebook Friday. And then the following Monday on the 30th begins our 24 days of Christmas. So in actuality, my Friday videos are going to take a little respite for a little while for the holidays. But I will be back on December 2nd at 6 p.m. Arizona time. So that's 8 p.m. Eastern with our Paper Pumpkin night. So that's when I like to do my alternative projects with that month's Paper Pumpkin kit. So because the last Wednesday of the month when I normally do it falls the day before Thanksgiving, I will be doing it the following Wednesday, which is December 2nd. So watch for that. That will be my next live video after today. Speaking of Paper Pumpkin, so we are currently in the purchase month to purchase the December kit, and it's very comforting, it says. So it sounds like it's a way to send comforting cards, which after the year everybody's had globally, right? That might be nice. 12 comforting cards with coordinating envelopes is what the graphic says. Sweet and simple sentiments can be used for a variety of occasions. So I'm not sure. It's always a surprise, but it sounds really neat. So check out the description of this video later on, and you'll see a link to subscribe. I've had some new subscribers, and I really appreciate it, you guys. I appreciate you signing up and putting your trust in me, and I really enjoy bringing you those alternative projects each month. Okay, I think that's all my little housekeeping stuff. Should we flip the camera down and see some of these gorgeous, gorgeous Poinsettia Play Suite projects? I think so. All right, so if you're following along in your catalog, the Poinsettia Play Suite starts on page 14 of your mini catalog, 14 through 16. And so I'm going to put the camera down, and what we're going to see first is those 4 cards that we made for my team meeting, my virtual meeting on Tuesday. So you might have seen that I posted those on Wednesday, and they're a fun fold card, but they're just gorgeous and they show off the suite. So I'm going to show you those again in case you missed that post. Okay, let me turn the camera down here. Okay, looks like you can see those cards. Aren't they gorgeous? I just love them. So they're all the same design. It's like a stair-step type design. And I've just used different pieces from the paper, which is the Poinsettia Place Designer paper. And this pink one has some of the plush specialty designer paper, which is part of the Poinsettia suite. So the red and the white, we're making these flowers, similar flowers to this today for our cards, but you can see the Blushing Bride one was stamped and then I cut it out. So I just wanted to show you the difference. Otherwise, the dies just do a beautiful job embossing the flowers. And then this one, the designer paper has a sheet, actually 2 sheets of the same design, where the die matches the flower, so it coordinates with it to be able to cut it out. So that's what I've done here on this one. And then these beads, beaded pearls, aren't those gorgeous? Just can't get enough of those. So I kind of got my inspiration from these cards for today's projects. So I'll show you those, and then we'll get to making them. So our first one we're gonna make today, this is a Merry Christmas card. I wanted to use some of that gorgeous plush specialty paper. It's actually flocked with velvet. I'm not sure how well it shows up, but I put it on top of some very vanilla paper to help it just pop and stand out. And then our second card today is our gift card holder, because if we're making Christmas cards, we need to make a gift card holder. Oops, let me turn it around for you. There we go. And this one is a fun fold. It's kind of a funky fold, actually. So this opens to the right, and then this opens this way to the left. And it holds a gift card. So you can see I've got a Starbucks gift card in there. Who doesn't need a Starbucks gift card? Look at there. It's kind of a backwards kind of fold, so it's kind of fun. So those are our 2 cards we're going to make today. And again, we're using the Poinsettia Play Suite. So that is the Poinsettia Petals stamp set and the Poinsettia dies. So I wanted to show you because a friend reminded me of this a few weeks ago. When we have dies that have the embossing, we also have some leaf dies currently that do the same thing. So it's 2 pieces, right? The outside cuts, but the inside embosses. And here's a sample of that. Hopefully you can see that. Let me get you in camera there. So the great thing she reminded me, because I had forgotten, we did this years ago, is to get out my Glad Press and Seal and use it on these dies. So the reason is we made cards for my team that I needed to cut out a lot of poinsettias for. I wanted to cut them out for today's. It's just easier. Look how well I can turn it over, and that middle area is going to stay right where I want it to stay. So when I'm using my die machine and I have these down and I'm cutting out several at a time, I don't have to rearrange it every single time to figure out where to cut or where the emboss lies inside. So just a little tip for you guys. The other thing is, if you are making a card such as this card where I stamped and then cut out, I could easily take out the inside and use this die on my stamped image and then just put it back in there and it will stick. So it's a great way to store them, and so I just wanted to share with you. All righty. So the first card we're going to make today is our Merry Christmas with our red poinsettia. To me, this is just classic Christmas, right? So let me get that project out. We're going to use real red paper and very vanilla. Now, when I'm making the poinsettia, when I'm cutting it out, I should say, I wanted to use thick. So I've used thick whisper, not whisper white, very vanilla. Sorry, very vanilla in the thick. And I've also used it for the other pieces as well, just to help give the poinsettia some stability. All righty. So this is a basic card base. Remember, all the directions, all of the measurements will post in a PDF tutorial that you can download or print this afternoon on my blog at chickstamper.com. So here's our pieces. So this, look how, oh, this paper is just gorgeous. And our seal doesn't show through. This is really nice, thick, high quality vellum. Very nice. And then it has that flocked poinsettia design. Some of the pages, some of the papers have a different design, but for today's card, I chose the poinsettia one. It's just gorgeous. All right, so I'm already getting this onto the card base. We are just going to town. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Okay, pretty easy. Our sentiment for this card says Merry Christmas. So I have a 3/4 inch by 4 inch piece of thick, very vanilla. And I'm just gonna stamp on that with real red ink. And again, these are stamps I'm gonna use from the Poinsettia Petals stamp set. And I'm just gonna do my best to stamp in the middle, top and bottom, and left and right. But I always, oh, that's not bad. We have another side if I needed it. So this piece is going to go on with dimensionals. And I think it's probably going to be easier to use the end or the sides, the edges, because then it will be a little faster. And we can just pop that right up down here on this bottom edge. There we go. Okay, look how it's coming along. Okay, so you can see that I've ran the poinsettia dies through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Remember, they already have the embossing piece in them, so I made them in real red. But then there's also 2 different holly shapes, or holly sizes, I should say. So I ran both of those through, and look, they have an embossing middle part as well. So you can use the die on its own, or you can use it with the embossed part. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with this. I've kind of played with a lot of these poinsettias this week, and have a few different ideas. I like to kind of make the inside come down a little, and then I'm just gonna kind of fold in half. And when I say in half, it's really on that emboss line. So it's not really exactly half, but it's like a score line is already there. So I'm just using that as my guide to go around. And so then this is coming down, but then the edge is the very tip. I decided that I liked it when it went up. You're gonna play around with yours and you're gonna see what you like. There we go, so there's one. So it's kind of a little bit of a tedious process, but there's only 3 leaves, so it's not too bad. But I think it really makes it look lifelike to give it a little fold and a little curve. I haven't even got a poinsettia yet this year. Pretty soon, it'll be time. It's a definite classic part of Christmas, isn't it? All right, and then let's just a little curve on these tips. And then I'm just gonna put it together with Stampin' Dimensionals and just one right in between each layer. And I'll just kind of offset them there. And look how pretty that's coming together. Gorgeous. Okay, so on the back side, I'm gonna put some seal, some adhesive. And that's because I want to put some of that gold, beautiful gold cording from the Wonder of the Season ribbon combo pack. So I really like using this. It's easy to use, and if I put adhesive on the back, that just helps me loop things around. So it holds down the cording, and then I can just loop. And there's really no wrong or right. This is a very abstract thing. When I first started doing this, it was kind of a hard thing for me to do because my brain is not very abstract. But I like the look of it, so I kind of got myself to keep doing it. You can just do it as little or as much. I kind of like 2 loops on each side, but there's nothing magical about that. It's really whatever you like. And sometimes you need to add maybe a little bit more adhesive. And then I'm going to trim this off in the back. So I don't show any ends, but you could show ends. There's nothing wrong with that. There we go. And then these holly leaves I'm going to put on with glue dots. So if I can kind of see what I like here. And then this is the big one. And we'll just do that. Let's see how it's gonna fit. That's pretty cool. And then I like to put dimensionals on the back side, but now I can cover up and try to hold on some of this cording. Just in case it got any ideas to pull away, but I don't think it will. Okay, let's take a peek. Maybe right there. And then on the inside, these gorgeous beaded pearls. Look how pretty these are. Isn't that gorgeous? They're so shiny, and they're not heavy, so you can put them on with a glue dot as well, which is kind of cool. What do you think? Let me get that in the frame for you. Isn't that a pretty poinsettia? I just think it looks lifelike once you do all the little bending and curling and stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna stamp the inside and the envelope. Let me get my scratch paper here. And I've got this big poinsettia stamp. Okay, you guys, poinsettia or poinsettia? Everybody has an opinion on that, don't they? I suppose neither way is wrong. All right, we are just about done with this first card. So this morning I was working on our 24 days of Christmas. I'm so excited to share with you guys all the projects. It's gonna be so much fun. There we go, what do you think? There's our first card. Merry Christmas. Fun, fun. All right, so now you know that every time this fall that we've made a Christmas card, had a Christmas card class for one of our mini classes, I've done a gift card holder as one of the cards, so that by the time Christmas comes, which now you should have several gift card holders in your stash, or at least know where you can get some tutorials to make them, right? So this one is the gift card holder that we're making today. Alrighty, so you can see it's just a regular card base for the green, for the background, and then I just trimmed off a strip here. So those directions are going to be on my blog today, so make sure you get those, print them out, download them so you have them on your computer. But I'm starting with a garden green card base this time, and I've already trimmed it. So it's a regular card base, and then I just trimmed off this piece here. So I've got some of the gorgeous poinsettia paper that I'm gonna put down on this left flap. And I'm just gonna center that. There we go. Okay. So what's fun about this is the inside piece, instead of a full sheet, we're actually going to have this little, kind of like a little book, but it folds over. So instead of opening how we normally open things from the left side, this one's gonna flap from the right side. How pretty is that? Okay, so we are going to, I've got to hold it this way so I remember what I'm doing, what's going where. So this is the outside, so I'm gonna put some pretty poinsettia paper on there. And it just pops on that green, don't you think? That's just gorgeous. Okay, so the inside right here is going to be our pocket for our gift card. And this is almost the same as what we did last week. So I'm gonna use this time the Everyday Label Punch. And I'm just gonna punch in a little bit because I wanna make it easy to grab that gift card and pull it on out. So that's all that this punching is. And so you at home can use a different punch. That is okay. Sometimes a round punch, whatever you like. So instead of using this adhesive though, I'm going to use my tear and tape, and I'm only going to place it on this long edge and just on these side edges so that this side stays open as a pocket for the gift card. And I'm going to go right up next to the edge so that there's enough room to sneak a gift card in there without it being too snug. That one off. Let's use my little tool to get these off quicker here. All right. Okay, so let me just go over this. Yes, this is going to go this way. And now we've got that pocket to slide in that gift card. Okay, so then the back side of this we can adhere down, but let's stamp it first. Let's stamp the inside. Should have done that before we added the paper, but we're gonna keep our fingers crossed that our stamped image comes out nicely. And I'm gonna stamp on this side because when this is closed, I want it to hide from here, so it's actually this side. So I'm glad I double checked. All right, good. Okay, so now this back side is where we want to put our adhesive. And we're just going to center it the best we can. There we go. Okay, so that part's done. Gift card goes in here. You have a space here to do some writing. And now we want to decorate. So I've got a thick, very vanilla paper poinsettia and some beautiful gold. I used gold foil, and these dies are in the same bundle. Punch out this last little piece there. Perfect. Okay, so I do want to show you something that I will do differently today. So on this first one, you can see that I put the gold foil too far to the right because when I open it, it gets kind of bent. So I'm going to try to do a better job on this one today so that doesn't happen. Maybe stick it off on this side or something. We'll see. A little different. I just want to be conscientious of that, so we don't have that again. Okay. So let's spin this. We're just going to kind of do the same thing. Bend it a little bit and then bring up those tips. And it doesn't take too long. I do feel like I've done it a lot this week though with all the poinsettias. I played with it until I kind of got a way that I liked. I like the way that it looks, but you can do it however you like. But it is kind of fun to play with it a little bit. Okay, so let's get our dimensionals and put together our poinsettia. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so this time we're going to put those little gold embellishments behind it, and I'm going to use, I think what I'm going to do is just tear it off a little bit. So I just tore off the end of the gold, so it'll go a little bit deeper into my flower and maybe won't be as long. But still show the beauty of the gold. It's just something about gold and Christmas. I'm not sure what it is and why I love it so much, but I just feel like it's part of Christmas. Okay, so now we can put our dimensionals on the back and put him onto our gift card holder. So because I use that that press and seal from Glad Wrap stuff on the dies, these really, it doesn't take long to cut them. It's just easy when you're cutting multiple sets. Okay, so I'm just going to try to keep the gold onto the size of this rectangle, so then I won't overhang and have issues when I go to fold the page over. So now you can see the page will fold over nicely. Okay, so let's put one of these beautiful beaded pearls in the center. Just adds so much, isn't that gorgeous? Love it. So our stamp says Happy Holidays. And I've got a little snippet of paper here because I'm going to trim both sides on an angle cut. So I had a piece left over. Let's see. All righty. That one's a little high, but I think it will do. So I'm just going to match the other side and call that one good. Let's get some dimensionals again. Okay, we'll put this right down here, and then we'll get some more of that beautiful cording, and we'll make a little bow. So remember, when I send you out your card kits, I tie your bows, I cut, you'll have your poinsettias already cut and embossed for you. So all orders above $35 placed by this coming Monday, which is the 23rd, will receive the card packet in the mail with this week's thank you gift that I'll show you in a second. And when your order is over $50, you'll also receive a pack of the holiday rhinestones. Just my way of saying thank you, and I appreciate you. Okay, so just gonna put a little bow down here just because I wanted a little bit more, a little gold to kind of balance out the gold up here. And you can put that, you can see on this first card I put it down below. You can put it wherever you'd like. This one I put up top. Okay, let's see, I think I forgot to stamp the envelope. I sure did, let's do that. And then this one will be done. All right. There we go. Which one do you guys like better? The gift card holder or the traditional red poinsettia? What do you think? Now, the thank you gift for this week uses the same bundle or same suite, the Poinsettia Place Suite. And here it is. So it says, warm wishes from our home to yours. And it has one of the poinsettias that you can cut out from the designer paper. And then that beautiful gold cording, some gilded gems on it, and it holds 3 Hershey nuggets. So you can see those across. And on Tuesday, the video will go live showing you how I made this. So the how-to video for the week. That will be on Tuesday, the 24th. What do you guys think? I hope you liked those today. Let me bring you back up. Hello. Oh, yay. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Carol. I'm so glad you guys like them. Yay. Oh, I see now. I'm looking at my computer. I see that you couldn't see my host code or anything. So if you're planning on ordering, be sure that you look at the description, the little info that posts with the video, and you'll see the post code there. But I also always post the current host code under specials on my website at chick.stampinup.net. So if ever you're in need of a host code, you can go there and go to my site at chick.stampinup.net, click specials, and you'll see my current host code there. I appreciate you guys watching today. Remember to subscribe to YouTube at youtube.com/Chickstamper. Subscribe to my email list to be sure that you have access and never miss an event or anything that's happening. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a fabulous Thanksgiving. Many of you know I've been talking about my daughter Kaylee's coming home from Ireland with her hubby and their little boy. They're coming tomorrow. So I'm so excited, although nervous, because now obviously they've had these plans for months and months. So, but they're just gonna come straight here and we're all just gonna quarantine for 2 weeks until they go back home. So we'll get lots of snuggles with that sweet baby. And I'm really looking forward to it. And this morning I made some videos to kind of shoot ahead for you guys and working on those 24 days of Christmas. I hope you enjoy it. Know that you can always message me, email me at carol@chickstamper.com, message me through Facebook, and you can always reach me if you have any questions or if you need anything. I should also let you know that, oh, thanks, buddy, for sharing, that next Tuesday, the 24th, Stampin' Up! Is having a huge sale. So there's almost 800 items, 790, I believe, in the annual catalog that will be 10% off. And the exciting thing is if you want to purchase a bundle that's already 10% off, the majority of them will be an additional 10%. So you'll get the bundle price plus the sale price. So there are a few things that are excluded. So I'll be posting all that next week and you can watch for that. But get out your catalogs and make your wish lists. And I hope you find some things that you like or maybe that you've been wanting. And maybe early Christmas gift, you can wrap it up and put it under the tree. Stampin' Up! Is saying for US that December 9th is our last day to order with not a guarantee because shipping is off and on this year, right? With the pandemic, but fingers crossed the 9th is your last day to order to have it arrive by Christmas. So keep that in mind as well when you're planning your projects that you still want to get made. So let me know how I can help you guys. I so appreciate you so much. Love you all. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.